Hi, this is Kim from Crane's Booksmithing. I hope you are all doing very well. Today has been a beautiful sunny day and it has felt so nice to see that sun out. Today I'm going to show you this one that I have made, and I'm calling her Doris. And I think she's a lovely little book. She's about 5.5 by 8.5, and she has an inch spine and 4 signatures and about 126 pages, and this is counting every single page in here. And she has ribbons and vintage lace and a vintage button and a few more buttons inside. And I have about, I think, 3 postcards that are vintage. One is an antique, and let me open her up so you can see what she looks like. Oh, and the cover is from that old quilt, and I have a few more to finish before I'm through using the quilt up. And I think it is so pretty. This one has polka dots on it, or part of it does. And it does have a little staining, but I think that gives it that wonderful feel of this old fabric. And there's some staining there, and here's where they sewed it. And I guess it must have had a tear or something in the cloth at one time, and they sewed it. Hand sewed, and here too is hand sewed. And a little wear right here, and I have Mod Podged it so it's on nice and good, and it just, I think, adds such beautiful character to her. And then I do have some lace in the back. Let me show you what's inside now. Okay. Inside I have this beautiful old lace. I guess you call it lace. Looks like it's been crocheted, sorta. It's very nice. It's very old. This too is old. I bought this at an antique store, and it's a lovely little yellow color. And this little cards here came from an old game from an antique store. And then I put this little stick-on sticker that you can add to the book if you would like. And then I made this tag also. And there's the back where I collaged it. And here's a page from a little old book. Not real old, but it's sweet, and so oops, and I stuck it in there. I did do a little sewing here also. Okay, here's the other side, and here's a piece of really pretty paper to write on. I love this polka dots, and I stapled this little card on. This here's from a 20s book, and all these little papers that I have cut out are from the same book. I think it's like 28 maybe, or I'm not sure, somewhere around there. And this here came from it too. I thought that was pretty. It's a pond with water lilies and some goldfish too. And here's this came from the Graphics Fairy, and it's really pretty. That's the back of it. And then this came from an old, a book. It's an older book. It's not like, it's still new, but the book was completely, they redone it, and it's a copy from an old book, and it's an exact copy, except maybe they added a few more words, I think, in it. Then I did some stenciling here too. A little butterfly. flowers that I have glued on, and some more of those ads from that old magazine. Oh, it says 1928. It's Better Homes and Garden. As you can see, it was all worn, but I love that look. It looks beautiful, and it adds to the book, the character of the book, and I think it's beautiful. This is a copy of a little box I found at an antique store, no, a thrift shop, and it's from the 30s, and so I copied it, the label of it, and used it in here, and I thought it was really cute. And then I bent this back and sewed a button, and it sort of has a blue tone to it. And then I made this little card you can write in the back. See if I can get that in there. There it goes. And I just left this where I sewed the button on because I thought it was fun and it added some interest, and I like that look. That's from that same book. These are ledger paper, and this is old too, even though it looks really nice. It is vintage. Here's a poem, or it was a song, and it's a very old song. I think some kind of old traditional song from long ago. Some little silly song. I think this is a page from an old book, and this one is too. This is from a book with Mary Blair, who drew pictures and created things for Walt Disney, in fact. And let's see, this one here is pages from another book, another journal, and it's in the 20s too. And there is a little tear, and someone had marked it long ago and scuffed it up some, but I thought it was pretty written on it, and I just thought it added, I added a little bow there on a paper clip. And this here is an old postcard. Isn't that pretty? I love the yellow flowers, which didn't write too much. It's just a birthday card, and it's from Nora. It's from Nora, and it's to a Madge. Isn't that beautiful? It's so pretty. And then just some pretty paper. This is from a wedding book, which I thought was so pretty with all the, this isn't meant to be a wedding book, but I have been using these pages in several of the books because they're so pretty, the flowers and the cakes. And here's a groom and his little buttonniere, and that's sweet. And this is from an old ad. And then here's some pockets with some ephemera made, a tag, some lace, and this here's a vintage button. The lace isn't old, but the button is. And just some pretty little papers to write on. Let's see, is that in there? And this isn't from an old magazine, but it is a picture of an old little dresser from the 20s, 30s maybe. Some more pretty picture of the roses from that wedding magazine. And did some stenciling here and added some book pages there, a magazine page. Added these to help turn these little pages because they are delicate, and so I thought that would be good to add that. And there's a lot of places to journal. And here's a pocket, and I left it open because I thought it was kind of cute like this. But if you want to, of course, you can close it, and see if I can close it without, and then you can tie it like that. I just left it open for this time, just for interest and stuff. And here's some ephemera. Here's a pretty girl with her wedding gown on. This page is from an old cookbook. And just various book pages and other papers I have found. This is an Art Deco inspired cloth, and it was in a book, so I put it in here. I thought it was pretty. And this is cute, this little card. You can write on it. There it goes. Write on it. If you want. Do all kinds of things right on here. I think you could probably write on here and also add things, staple things in, glue things in, sew a few things in, whatever you want to do. This is a flower, and I cut it out of a paper that was eco-dyed. That's pretty. I like that paper there. I bought this at let's see, Hobby Lobby. That's where I got it. This is an old lace, and this is old and handmade. A lot of my laces that I have got were handmade. Isn't that cute, that little bird? Here's a pocket, and I made these tags. This is a simple tag. I just coffee dyed it. It's a pretty paper. And this here is from an old book from the late 1800s, and I made a tag out of it. Did some stenciling. And here's the other side. This is craft paper. That already had a beautiful print on it. And this is from an old book, and it had glue and stuff on it, but I wanted to use it anyway. It was so cute. And it's of chickens. This here is just a little page I made, just a little hideaway page. You can write something down. I feel like it's something sort of secretive. Goes. And then here's a corner pocket on top there, and I painted this and stenciled it. And this is from that old page too, an old page. And this is just some pretty paper that I cut and made a tag. This is a postcard, and it's a carpet. And let's see, this opens like that. This one big piece I put in here of an ad, but it was really, really pretty. And someone had put a little X here. They did that through all over where there was plants and things, and I guess somebody must have been a gardener that had that magazine. And then I made this little tag. And this is some dyed paper I made. I made it from Kool-Aid. A little pocket. Is that pretty table with that pretty cake on it? And then here's some little bit of a tape I have here. And a little bit of little bling here. So that pretty, just to add a little something. And then here's an old, it's not an old postcard, but it's probably not real new. I don't know. But anyway, isn't that pretty? It's of a cathedral. It's really pretty. And sit tuck there. And here's a tag I made, a little stenciling there, and from the old book page, and pretty craft paper too that I had bought. I think it came in a little book of papers on that one. And this is, oh, this little ribbon that you use to make, tie up presents and gifts. And I seen on a scrapbook, some of them, when I look at them, that they had these kind of things in there and they would save them, and I thought that was cute, so I wanted to add that there. This is the other side, the end of it. And there she is. And this is Doris, and